in the last episode, Hyce, we talked about switchbacks and how we should all praise the switchback Lord and Savior, Sir Switchback, a lot. And
yes.
So you insisted that the switchback was in fact slower, and so now we've got 2 trains here, both loaded with some supplies for the coal mine, identical loads, and we're going to race from the smelter all the way to the coal mine and see who gets there first. I'm going to go the switchback way, and you're not going to go the switchback way. Now we've done the tonnage math, and your train will potentially have to double the hill with the helper. We're not exactly sure yet.
I missed by 3,000 pounds, so if I goof up with the climax, or if the hill is long enough, I'm not going to make it up it in one shot.
Well, it's 10% the whole way for that top section, so I mean...
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah, so I'm going to race up the switchback. Now, unfortunately, the switchback still isn't fixed yet, so it's still going to be 7 switches, so I'm going to end up in reverse.
You're going to end up in the wrong direction.
But it's fine. The goat, so like it's a symmetrical pusher. It doesn't really matter.
Doesn't track any different one way versus the other. The face-off is a vibe.
Let me intimidate you with my... Yeah.
Oh, he's got a deeper whistle than me. Oh, hang on. What if...
No. See, like, hold on. No. Yeah, well, watch this. Watch the... Oh, wait, I was trying to do a burnout.
Oh.
I can't do a burnout. Hold on.
You can't do burnouts.
I can't do burnouts. Okay, well, yeah, how do you want to do this? Let's just count it in? Let's just go for it?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I was putting fire in the firebox. What a cheat. It doesn't matter.
I had the bar in the reverse anyways, so it didn't
We're
make
good.
no difference.
Look, I take off so much faster than you.
Good God, you've got all of the acceleration
all
in the
of
world
the acceleration,
in that thing.
and I can
but I've
pin
got all
it.
The speed, which
but
is
I can pin it and just sit back now and relax. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I've got to just make sure that I don't bin
I
it
feel like
super hard.
part of your requirement too is you have to finish at the coal mine, but you have to put your helper back because that's something that you still have to do.
You're adding rules after we've started.
Well, no, I think because if you think of the race with the switchback, I don't have to put the helper back. With the thing, you're not just going to leave the helper up at the 10%. You got to put it back.
Is the race the operation of the road engine,
I feel like,
is it the operation of the helper?
Well, the race is the operation of manning the switchback versus not manning the switchback, right?
Well, yes, but in the Smells Like Kenosha incident of 1936, the train still went on to go deliver its cargo despite 346 eating it on the way down and then destroying itself.
Right.
Didn't matter that the helper didn't make it back. The cargo still got delivered.
Yeah, but I think you gotta if we want to do a true fair compare, you're gonna have so much time. It doesn't even matter. I'm gonna be like, I'm probably gonna hit the switchback, and you're gonna be like, I'm already at the coal mine.
We're gonna have to see.
Yeah.
It is longer for con. Your run is physically longer. I don't know. Maybe we could figure out the actual route miles after the fact, but it's definitely longer to get.
Yeah, I gotta go all the way up
for
this like smelter spiral just to get back up like this. I'm still on the 2% smelter hill. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like I'm full regging it, but like it's
you still look like you're at the smelter. You haven't even left.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
already an eighth of the way there.
How far are you? If I check oh god, you're pretty far. I mean, I guess the other argument that we could have done here, we both started at the smelter because obviously we loaded up all the beams at the lumber first, then we came down to the smelter, got the rails, and then we were like, okay, we'll start at the smelter. But if we were to really compare this, I might make more sense to start at the lumber mill because I would go to the smelter first and then the lumber mill, whereas you would go to the lumber mill first and then the smelter, right? Like
right. We could have done it that way, and then we would have had to meet each other or something.
Yeah, if we were thinking about actual like route planning, but I mean, we'll see how far. I still think you're gonna win, but I don't know how much.
Yeah, I've got no honest clue, and I think it's going to be entirely dependent on whether or not I decide to bin it today. So
yeah, well that's the risk you have to take. I'm just going to full reg it the whole way there.
With the new chuffs on the Glenbrook, the sounds are no longer the same. Like, it's not spicy chuffs when you can derail. It still sounds like the slower chuffs.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know how fast I can go. And man, the client-side glitches are not giving me any confidence. My tender just did 2 kick flips, but it looks like it's actually still on the track. So.
Client-side tenders are I don't know what's up with them.
They're a special breed.
Yeah, they behave very interesting compared to every other client-side object.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just the tenders, man, that do the weird things. Someone asked me to ask something, but I don't. You know, I have time. I'm just gonna see if I alt tab, and everyone's gonna be like, "Why is your train quiet?" Because it's like
leave it full reg, and then go get the questions.
Yeah, well, that's just it. Because it's like I just need to alt tab, and that's pretty much it. Okay, yeah, okay. Have you heard of Cheat Mountain and the West Virginia Pulp and Paper Company?
I have not.
Apparently they use switchbacks and shays up 10%.
Oh, is this the modern day Scenic?
I don't know, but that's what they did. They used switchbacks and shays up 10% for a pulp and paper company.
Okay.
I would have thought you would have.
West Virginia, there's still the Scenic Railroad that runs a bunch of gigantic shays and Heislers and Climaxes and
so
stuff.
what makes a shay? The fact that it's just got the pistons mounted on the side, or is it the manufacturer? Is it the model name? I don't.
Oh goodness, shays were made by Lima,
right?
The manufacturer, but I think it was patented by a man named Shay, if I'm recalling right.
What's the patent on the cylinder setup with the gearing?
The setup of the gear shaft and drivetrain and everything, as far as I know, because there's a very, very similar
on the side of the train.
He
patented. So that's like.
I think so.
That's like
I can't
me
recall the
patenting
exact
like
details.
a three-wheel car. You know, it's like nobody wants this, but you're gonna patent it anyway.
I don't know exactly what it is, because there is a sister locomotive to the Shay called the Willamette, which was made by the Willamette Locomotive Works, which was basically an improved version of the Shay, making a bunch of like nice quality of life changes, because the Shays were really designed to be super stupid cheap early on.
Did they keep the cylinders on the side?
They did, but they made them make a little bit more sense. So I mean, I appreciate the Willamette, because on the Shay, one of the set of 3 cylinders is reversed so that it's backwards.
Right.
And then the other 2 are forwards, and then they're usually not superheated, though later ones were. And then I think they also were not piston valve usually, and Willamette made all of those improvements on every one that they made, so the Willamettes are generally regarded as better. But anyway, same thing. Good God, the Climax just vomits smoke.
How far are you? Oh, you're at the helper station?
So yeah, we're past. I've got the Climax on the train. We are heading up the 6.5%, and I'm worried that the Glenbrook is going to shove through me and cause an ES&D before we get on the grade here.
That's good. That's good. I'm really hoping for the ES&D.
But the Climax is real jiggly, man. We're going fast, and I can't see the valley anymore because it's just turned black.
Perfect. I'm just pulling up to the freight depot now.
Okay.
Like, I'm not there yet. I'm about to, I'm rounding the last corner to the freight depot. This would be a much different race, too, if we didn't have speed limits, but then we'd have to kind of pick our engines better. I mean, you have the Glenbrook, which obviously is the fastest, but, you also got the highest chance of binning it, so...
Right. It's a min-max kind of situation. And
yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm using the sand on the Climax right now, and I'm thinking that maybe I shouldn't.
You only need it for the 10%.
I'm going to need it for the 10%. We slowed
if you
down
run out
a
of
bunch
sand,
when we got
you're going to have some real problems. You're definitely doubling it if you run out of sand. You'll still be able to do it.
That's for sure, yeah.
Man, I'm still only at the freight depot. This is unfortunate.
I didn't even check if there was sand, if I'm honest. So I probably should have done that, but it's a race. We got places to be, man.
All right, I gotta check. There was a question that I do remember reading this morning, and I was like, I need to remember what this is, and then I of course forgot it, and now here we are.
Such is life. It's fine.
I need to start writing stuff down, Hyce. That's the lesson learned today.
Help. Yes.
I should have a document and just copy and paste stuff to it whenever it comes up. Because I was reading through my comments on my phone earlier, and I was like, oh, this is a great question to ask Hyce. I'll definitely totally remember this. And then 5 minutes later, it's
the folly of checking comments on the phone is that, like, if you don't, there's no good way to screenshot nicely, and
yeah, I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna remember this, and it was like, nope, definitely don't. So good for me. And now it's like trying to find it again, and oh god dang it.
It's fine. It's fine. How's your race going over there,
I
Bucko?
literally haven't done anything, but like I've just been sitting here full regged the whole time. I'm passing the hump yard right now, actually.
Okay. Passing the hump. Yeah, I can see. Actually, the funny thing is, on the map, we're at almost the same elevation.
Yeah, we've been. We're like.
And I'm going the wrong direction.
But you're going the wrong
at the present moment.
Wait, what climb are you on right now?
I am still on the 6.5%. I haven't quite made it to the Iron Mine.
Okay.
We are slow going up this thing.
That's
and I've
good.
just got the Glenbrook wide the heck open.
See, I still think you're gonna beat me. but again, you gotta, I don't know, you gotta bring that helper back. I feel like that's gotta be part of your requirement. We're doing a
as
full...
long as I can bring it back with the Glenbrook and yeet it off the side of the canyon going 100 mile an hour and then just re-rail it into the shed, right? That counts?
I don't think that counts.
Are you sure?
I feel like logistically on the railroad, if there, can you imagine how we would never expand if there was actual maintenance on engines. We would be so broke from repairing engines and cars. Like, we'd have like 3 log cars, and it's like, guys, you've been playing for 6 days. Like, what's wrong? And it's like, well, we still can't afford anything because we've been in at least once every time we go to do something.
I was gonna say that in revenue service, the crap has yeeted the Glenbrook off the side of the railroad and re-railed it lower down the railroad. So
that's true.
It has been used as a method of moving a locomotive. So I mean, it seems valid to me. Just saying.
Has there ever been a time in history that you've known of where like a locomotive was just so like, I mean, there's got to be cases where the locomotive is so wrecked. What happens, like, if you can't put it back on the rails, do they load the locomotive onto like another flatbed, like a flat car or something, and drag it off? Like when engines are completely wrecked, or do they just
that's what happened to 346 in 1936 with the Smells Like Kenosha incident.
They just put it onto a big flat train car and like craned it onto a flat train car and then just drag it away?
Went on flat cars and got drug away because her frame was ruined. The
what,
tram,
everything
was
bad. Do they have to cut it up at all, like when they're out there? Or they just kind of like...
I'm sure that they had to do some amount of unspaghettiing up there, yes.
Wow. That's crazy.
Right. I'm on the 10%. I'm on the sand. I'm on 100 on both locomotives.
Are you making it? You're 3,000 pounds short. I really hope you have to double the hill. That might give me a chance.
We are slowing down pretty quick here.
That's good.
So we're just gonna
burn
see
through all your sand.
We're just gonna see what happens here.
I'm like just about to pass. I'm just about to pass the switch right before the hill.
Okay.
Yeah, right before the switchback. I'm about to pass I'm passing the first switch right now that like is gonna go to the oil refinery eventually, but right now goes nowhere.
Okay, I get you. I saw you on the map.
Yeah, just about to pass that, and then I'm on to the switchback section, which it's crazy that it starts this far out. I gotta obviously add that extra switchback, which will change all this, but yeah.
Man,
now I'm on the first climb. I'm starting the 2%.
I don't know what to tell you, Con, but we pretty much like slowed down to not even a crawl, but like a fast walking pace.
And you're still moving?
We're just making the hill.
What happens if you run out of sand, though?
Then we're gonna ES&D, I think, because I'm gonna have to recover the slip, start over on the hill, and then I'll be like stuck with 90% reg climax, which is not gonna be enough.
Tie the brakes in your last car and unhook it.
Unfortunately, though, I think I'm on the transition 8.5% section now.
Wow, so he's gonna make it with one shot.
So just one shot, yeah.
Oh no!
The math
this is why we needed longer trains. We need more cars.
We need more cars.
This is a better test when you need to be forced to double the hill. That's the problem, you know.
Yeah, without me doubling the hill, this is like no contest.
I feel like without you doubling the hill, there's no way. But, you know, take that helper back and get that parked in the shed.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
All right, the climax is up and over the summit now, turning off the reg, turning off the sand, and now I'm going to run from the Glenbrook.
Okay, well, I'm literally not even at the first switch yet. I'm still going, like, I'm on the 2%. I've been on the 2% for, 2% is so shallow, though. I'm just, like, I'm full speed constantly.
Oh, I believe it.
But
I
haven't even hit the first switch. Yeah, did you make it? Oh, are you up there? I can hear you, but I can't see you.
I was wondering if you'd be able to hear the whistle from down there.
Yeah, I hear you. I just don't see it.
I have absolutely no chance in heck of you ever, or me ever seeing you, so, yeah. I just went, I'm over your line, so I'm beating you to the converging switch. So I know that I'm beating you to the coal mine.
Yeah.
But can I beat you back with the helper? That's the question.
Well, go park your engine at the coal mine too, in one of those lanes too. Like that's part of, you know, and then see if you can make it back.
Just have to see. It's gonna be fun.
I will say, if you had to double the hill, this would be a lot closer. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm gonna be that far back, but.
Yeah, the thing with doubling the hill with this alignment is that the run is so long. to the passing track where you can set out a load, right? Like, it's not just like doubling the hill. There's no passing track at the summit, so it's like doubling the hill and part of the downhill, because that's what you have to do. I'm now going fast enough to melt the climax's everything, so that's fun.
Nice. I'm going up the first switch now. I've made it through the first switch. Up the switchback.
I have a feeling that I'm going to be able to get the climax back, like, in time.
Yeah, but then you have to remember, you got to walk back. There's no such thing as no, I'm just kidding. You can teleport.
There's no such thing as teleports.
Hey man, we're trying to test the legitimacy of switchbacks. Okay, I'm really trying to push Team Switchback here, but there's not a lot of winning arguments on this side.
No, there isn't.
No, there really isn't.
Told you that.
There are more arguments on the yeet the train off the mountain and re-rail it side than there are for the switchback side. We could have literally made a diving board off the top, like a diving board, and then just a rail at the bottom, and like you yeet your whole
idea.
You yeet your whole train and then just re-rail it every time, right? Like that's. It'd be faster than doing the whole switchback.
It would be.
It's kind of sad.
Overshooting the first unload here, which is a bummer, but it's fine.
Oh, actually, it's only when I go the one way that it's a problem. When I'm going the opposite direction where my engine is ahead of all the cars, it's really easy because I'm at the switch. I just slam the brakes, slam the reverser.
You just jump off.
Yeah. Like it's when it's the other way, I gotta time it for 6 cars, which is...
That's a challenge, that's for sure.
Yeah. I love the switchback though. I don't care what you say. All you switchback haters can.
I love the vibe of it and seeing it, like, and the fact that you put so much effort into it. I love that, but the operation of it, yeah, no, I'm not a huge fan. It's fine.
Let's go the other. Okay, so if you're doing a switchback in real life, right? You're keeping your engine constantly fired. And then I guess the engine doesn't really care because it's working no matter what. It's just which direction the Johnson bar's in, right? Like you're just...
Yeah.
You're like, oh, whatever. And then you have got to keep the water relatively high because when you're going backwards, you don't want to uncover anything. Like that would be the whole...
Precisely. You got to have the water so that it's able to be high enough in either direction, which... depending on the switchbacks, can get really interesting.
Like your water glass, right, is on the back of the boiler, but... Yep. It won't show you how much the hill is affecting your water level, right? Like that's...
It will, because of the water sloshes, and so it reads differently with the same volume of water, uphill, downhill, flat.
And you just have to kind of get a feel for that and like your engine and what's a bad level.
You got to know the territory, you got to get the feel for it, you got to know, okay, this is how much it changes with.
Is there like a critical warning on the gauge? It's like, hey, if you go below this, you're dead. Like, is that...
Yes, not on the gauge, but actually on the boiler itself, there's a tag that says high point of crown sheet, which is how high the water is, and or how high the top of the firebox is at the front of the firebox, which is its highest point, if I'm remembering my everything correctly here. And the fun thing with that is that the water glass bottom is significantly higher than that. So I think legally it needs to be like 3 or 3.5 inches.
So basically, if you don't see water on the water glass, fire up the injectors and you need a lot more water into the thing.
Potentially. One of the other dangers is that you can scar the crown sheet. You can overheat it, but not so much that it breaks. And then you give it a cold slug of water, and then the cold slug of water hits
it then.
And insta breaks it. So it's like... It's one of those things where you got to be really nuanced about it, because sometimes the answer isn't more water.
Have you ever seen a crown sheet failure? Like not necessarily you've never seen it.
I've seen pictures. I've seen that sort of stuff, and there's not really video of of the detail of it happening. There are videos of they blew up this train for a movie, and you watch the steam escape everywhere and stuff, and it's like, okay, the boiler failed somehow. But there's no oh yeah, this is what happened. So yeah, I've never seen an actual failure. I've seen the pictures of the most recent almost boiler explosion that was back in the 1990s, and yeah, that's not pretty.
So if the crown sheet fails, right, you're gonna have a ton of water come pouring into the firebox, which is just gonna
a ton of steam, yeah.
Oh, a ton of steam, right? And then it's gonna instant flash.
Yes.
in like.
Well, yeah, because you're no longer under pressure, so you're no longer
so it's just gonna
thermodynamic.
barrel, like it's just gonna force steam out through the firebox into like the locomotive cab.
Ridiculously, and I mean, realistically, what happens is you basically turn into a steam-powered trebuchet. Because the boiler is only affixed to the frame at the front. It's only rigidly mounted. That's the only fixed
and now
connection.
You've created a thrust point at the back.
At the back, so it basically
perfect.
slingshots around it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Oh, look, I've made a smoke screen. I forgot.
So, like, what you're saying is, right? What you're saying is, if I'm getting this right, okay, we need to make a Fast and the Furious train movie, okay? And, like, you know that scene in that most recent Fast and Furious movie because, like, the cars don't matter anymore? Like, first of all, in the first movie, he kicks, like, the base plate out of the passenger side because, like, that's a thing, I guess. I don't know why that was there, but it was. And in, like, one of the movies, he pulls, like, the carb off the engine or something, and that magically makes it go faster in reverse because, like, transmissions don't exist. Anyway, so we need to make a steam train racing movie, right? And at one point in time, the guy opens the boiler up, drops the pressure, blows the bottom of the boiler firebox out, you know? And then steam comes jetting out the back, and his train turns into a rocket ship, and he goes faster down the track because of the steam jet.
So it's like the end of the movie Red Line when Sweet JP's Trans Am is basically just a rolling explosion, and that's why it's so fast.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but with a steam train. So like, you know, just be like, oh man, we gotta. So he just like opens up all the cylinder cocks, you know, and all the boiler drain plugs, pulls the boiler drain plugs, and then as the boiler's like draining out, it goes and explodes, and like then the fire doors blast open, and then, you know. And then the train just rockets off on the steam jet, and everyone's like, whoa, man, I can't believe you won that train race, you know, like...
Your locomotive is now kaput, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, man, this is a great movie idea. $1 million idea there.
Dude, yeah. Let me know. I'll consult on it, Hollywood.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
We need to get some financial, you know, back.
I'm going to say that everything is wrong, and then you're going to have Michael Bay do lines of cocaine, and then everything will explode, and it'll be great.
It doesn't matter if everything's wrong, as long as it's proper.
Right.
As long as it looks good for the cameras, you know, like that's the key.
Right.
Physics doesn't matter, right? Like
It's true, particularly in movies.
Yeah.
Counter thrust, Con. You got to give it the counter thrust.
Oh no, that'll be a whole other scene. That'll be, you know, Too Fast, Too Furious, or Train Fast, Train Furious 2, back on track. You know, I've already got the sequels lined up. I figured it out. Can you imagine if someone tried to make like a dead serious train racing movie, but like it was like they're all street racers, but like they're talking about their locomotives?
That would be man. On the nose, stupid. You're giving me ideas for my YouTube channel. That'd be
like they're like dead serious. Like, yeah, man, I just got the 32 inches. The drivers, you know, I got the 32-inch drivers. It's like, what are you running? 260? No, man, I'm on a 280 now. Big block, you know. Man.
He's got the big block. Yeah, that would be, I would love to do something like that. That would be just, that's so much effort.
It would be so bad. It would be so bad, man. We can do it, man. We just got to go to Hollywood, right? We'll fly to LA. We'll pitch this to some guy, you know, and they'll make it into a movie. I've seen worse stuff on Netflix, okay? So
that's true. You know, there's some bad stuff on Netflix, man. You want to see some real bad quality, like C, D, F tier movies? Go to Amazon Prime Video.
Oh,
and
yeah?
like there is some tragically bad stuff in there.
Have you brought your helper back yet? Like, where are you at with that?
I don't know. Where are you at?
I'm on the final Switch. I don't know where you're at.
I am.
Yeah, but is that are you done, or are you still?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Well, we're about to have a meet, I think, my friend.
Oh, that's exciting.
See, maybe. No, I can't see you.
No, I can't see you. I'm on the.
I
figured out the reverse timing, by the way.
I'm on the high bridge.
Oh, I see you. I see you up there moving. That's on your way back to the helper station.
Yep.
Bro, I'm gonna beat you.
You're gonna beat me.
I'm gonna beat you to the coal mine.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go! Switchback, Team Switchback.
I unloaded like probably 7 minutes before you're gonna unload, but that's
Wait,
fine.
you already unloaded? Oh, so I have to go unload to make this.
Glenbrook's already parked in a siding with its cars, and it's unloaded.
Is the unload lane free?
Unload lane is free. You're not lined for it, so you're gonna have to line your last switch in. But
oh my god,
the climax is really slow, and I didn't feel like trying to chase after it after I lined a switch for you. So
that sounds good. Let's see. Gonna be close. Team Switchback. If you had to double the hill, man. If we had double these trains, like 12-car trains each, I could have done this in the same time I'm doing it now, and you would have had to double the hill. And it would have been a lot
longer. Yeah.
See, that's the proof that the Switchback is not as useless as you think.
Well, we'll have to try it with a longer train at some point
once we get some money. Yeah.
However, I happen to know from our tests on the good old Hope, Pray, and Suffer that the climax is the most stable locomotive downhill. So we're just no breaking this thing, man. Or actually, we're breaking this thing. We're breaking this thing.
Did you bin it?
I mean, I don't know.
You're just gonna re-rail.
Dunk. It's fine. No, I re-railed right where I derailed-ish. I mean, like within like 50 feet.
Okay.
But yeah, I was thinking on the Hope, Pray, and Suffer, which was our live stream hardcore map game, and I don't know how this is running. Okay, that's fine. High tree. It's fine. I guess we're facing this way now. That's fine. Oh god, get me in. Oh god. Okay, that was almost dangerous. Anyways, we found out that on the 6% line that we had down from the logging camp, you could no break the climax, and it could go like 30 or 40 miles an hour without derailing. And I'm proving right now.
Was it a perfectly straight line?
No, it was curved and everything, and it had some 30-meter radius curves. I did just prove, however, several times over that that doesn't work on the 10%, but you know, it's fine. When I get on the 6.5%, just like this.
Did you just like re-rail yourself down the mountain? It feels like
I don't know what you're talking about.
Feels like you might have re-railed yourself down the mountain a little bit.
No, definitely. Everything's normal. We're running the train. It's fine.
I don't know. I'm sensing some
I definitely
glueying.
Didn't.
Wait, do you not? It's fine. Am I not lined? Oh, I'm not lined. God dang it. The worst part is the coal mine. Like, you come down with such momentum off the 3% that to get lined, like, you'd have to. You know what I mean?
Right. You really have to.
You have to like
somebody at the mine lining.
Yeah, you have to have already lined it before you show up.
All right. I'm gonna no break it on the 6.5% now. Oh. It's fine. It's fine. Ah! What in the physics?
Sounds fine. Really, it really sounds fine. Are you rushing? Are you rushing there, Hyce? You probably should not rush so much. You know, if you were driving slower.
I don't know what happened there.
Okay.
I think the re-rail tool procced at the same time that I got into the driving UI, and it just yeeted me into space.
Okay.
But I still had the climax re-railed, so pay no attention to the fact that it's now facing the wrong direction in the shed, but helpers put away, bud.
Well, yeah, but I feel like you didn't go down.
But what?
I feel like you didn't go down the 10%.
I went down the 10%. I went down. Can guarantee
you went down
that I went
something.
Down.
I don't know if it was.
Look, you're not even unloading yet, bro.
It's because someone didn't leave the switch line, bro.
That's not in our timetable, bro. It's not a requirement.
Yeah, just don't ever line the industry properly. All right, you know what? I will concede that if you don't have to double the hill, the 10% is faster. However, I feel like if we had twice the loads and you had to double the hill,
that would make it very interesting.
That would make it very quick for Switchback team. But is that? Oh,
I guess we both pressed enter on it.
There we go. Okay. Wait,
I'm standing
am I
here
working
and
for you? Oh, I guess I should probably make sure I'm working for you, right? Well, it doesn't matter.
You should.
I think I just got that car for myself.
You got one set of beam.
Oh no, it still says I'm not employed by you. Dang it.
Con, we need to buy trains, Con.
Well, we can't afford it anyway. Now I'm employed by you. Okay, well.
Okay, that's fine.
I got 2 cars of beams now. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I have $303. I could buy another car or something.
You could buy another tier 2 car. Very exciting.
All right, well, that was exciting.
All right, we're unloaded. I have $3,357, so I would have had... Oh, hang on. You still have one more car. I have $3,429, So had you unloaded that one other car into my wallet, we would have had $3,500, which I think is enough to buy something. So
it's enough to buy the Mosca. We could have bought the Mosca.
You goofed it.
We could have bought.
We could have had the Mosca next episode.
No, the Mosca's 3,600. You wouldn't have had enough.
Oh, okay. Well, close.
Well, yeah, it was close. How much coal do we got? We got a lot of coal. Well, we got 147 coal. All right. Well, GG. Good race. That was close. Okay, we'll once I fix up the alignment thing, you get like 200-300 meter, heads on it. I don't know, drill tracks, I guess, whatever. So
whatever they're called.
What they called?
Switchbacks? I don't know.
Switchbacks? Oh, you don't actually have a term
like
for
it? Wow. No, I don't actually have a term for that.
Anyway, yeah, once I get like 300 meter switchback sections or whatever, and then, we get some more cars, we'll have to do that test again. There'll be 8 switchbacks instead of 7. However, if you have to double the hill, I feel like, Team Switchback might come through. But let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure, of course, you check out Hyce's channel, link in the description. And like, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.